Hi, my dear students. Good afternoon, everybody. Today, we will discuss a completely new chapter, that is Introduction of Air Pollution. So, today we will discuss about the air pollution. Here again, I am Dr. Vishwajit Gayan, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry of your college, Dr. Sudhir Chandrasur, Institute of Technology and Sports Complex. So, as you know, student, on the Earth's surface, the composition of the air is mainly nitrogen and oxygen. But it is not completely right, because you know that there will be lots of other gaseous material present in our atmosphere, and it is extended up to 70 to 100 kilometer from the earth's surface. So the air or atmosphere play an important role in our life. Basically, if we consider that when we inhale the air, we actually take a mixture of gases, specifically nitrogen and oxygen. And you know that oxygen is very essential for our body, mainly the animal body. So this oxygen will go to our blood and distributed to the every cell, and then oxidation takes place, and there will be lots of carbon related compound converted to carbon dioxide, and it releases energy, and there will be lots of factor, and by that energy will work, and lots of physiological phenomenon will be carried out. So this oxygen is very important, but at the same time, the contamination of the air, that is carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and other thing, that is water, that is vapor, actually decreases the contribution of the oxygen. So if we think the air quality in the plain, that is in South Chobbish Pargana, North Chobbish Pargana, Kolkata, we will see that the concentration of the oxygen or free air is not good, or specifically I want to trace on the one gases, that is concentration of the oxygen is not good. And in addition to that, due to industrial area and other different kind of activities in our city, in our urban area, the other toxic gases like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, and also the dust particle mixed with the air, and all are due to inhalation are going to our body, and it create a huge problem in present. And yes, if we not take care about this, it will be a major problem in future. So before going to discuss in details, first the definition. So content, here I will discuss mainly, student, the definition, that is definition of the air composition, that is air pollution, composition of the atmospheric air, then classification and sources of air pollutant, effect of air pollution on human body, plant, and material also. Material means I want to say non-living thing. Yes, air can damage the non-material thing also. Air pollution control method, how one can control the or minimize the air pollution and its corresponding equipment and safety. So I hope that you understand that in next few two classes we will discuss about the above said thing. Now if I ask you student, what is pollution? Yes, you can say very precisely that the pollution means the contamination of the system by unwanted matter. So here pollution, here I'm right here, change in background concentration. So that means if suppose 70 70 73 33 73 or 75 25 is the concentration ratio of the nitrogen and oxygen in the air, but due to the our modern activities this concentration or the ratio is changed. So that is called the pollution from the if the system deviated from its normal or ideal behavior, then we can say it is pollution due to incorporation of the foreign material or unwanted material. So any substances introduced into the environment that adversely affect the usefulness of resources. So suppose air is a resource, but if you incorporate some gases like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, it actually pollute the air. Pollution happens because no process is 100% efficient. Each process produces pollution, obviously, because ideal system is not possible. So with time and obviously pollution will be happen, but we have to take some steps to minimize it. Now we will discuss in detail about the air pollution. So air pollution is defined as one or more contamination in such a quantities and such a duration as many as may be tend to injurious to human health and animal and plant also. So suppose if you throw a cup of poison, I'm sorry, suppose if you throw a 2 ml of any poison to a lake, it will be not affect the total water system. But now if you throw 1 cup of poison material to the lake, then there will be the living or the fish and other living bodies present or will be under threat, because here the concentration of the poison is so much high that it is injurious for that lake system. So here also similar thing, that air pollution is like this: when the concentration of our undesirable gases or increases a particular level or above that, then we will say that air pollution is happened. So here I am not discussing elaborately about the different layer of air, obviously, because you read it from the ground level of your study, that is from 4th class, 5th class, etc. obviously. So first layer is the troposphere. And how long it is extended? It is extended up to 15 kilometer, and there will be no particular uh, length, that is it is not particularly 15 kilometer, but it will be extended up to 8-9 kilometer. And in between the troposphere region, so it may be up to maximum up to 20 kilometers. So here in this layer, that is troposphere, ozone layer is present, and here the density of the air or different gases is very high, and all the phenomenon which happening in our sky are mainly occur in this layer, that means in troposphere, that is cloud, rain, etc. So first, first stage or first layer is the troposphere, and here the perturbation is possible due to the presence of the cloud and other thing. Now the second step is the stratosphere. So it is very there is no perturbation, so basically it is very cool. I am not with respect to the temperature, but it is very silent. So here in this layer, the aeroplane and other jet are going through that to avoid the perturbation, that is cloud and other thing. Now the second thing is the mesosphere, and mesosphere heating via ozone. So here the temperature will be increases, and obviously next step is the thermosphere, and these are the all, that is most upper layer is the thermosphere, then mesosphere, then stratosphere, and the last stage is the troposphere. So troposphere is the main important part of our atmosphere, because all the phenomenon happening in this layer. So now we want to discuss about the source and classification of air pollution. So some sources are natural and some sources are man-made or anthropogenic. Natural: pollen grain, volcanic eruption, forest fire, all are different, that is volcanoes eruption, forest fire, dust storm, bacteria and other microorganisms. These all are the natural thing. So this create the air pollution. Now if you think about the man-made, that is industrial unit, thermal power plant, automobile exhaust, fossil fuel burning, mining and nuclear explosion. So lots of things that is done by our human civilization, and mainly create the severe problem in our atmosphere. So again, source are again classified into two categories, that is stationary and mobile. So point sources, large stationary sources. So this is basically a particular area where the carbon dioxide, that is a power plant area, that is called point sources. So because if you consider that thing, then a huge area affected by this power plant. So this is called point sources. Area sources, small stationary source, and mobile sources with the indefinite routes. Basically mobile sources with indefinite routes. because lots of things. Suppose one will be calm and smoke a cigarette, so it creates some smoke, and some people are during their way they catching some fire or campfire. So these are the mobile sources. Now about the line sources, mobile sources with definite routes. That means there will be some restriction. So these are the contribution of the air pollution from the different system. That is this thing that is up to 30% light duty gasoline car. This causes pollution on the roadsides, basically we want to say. Then heavy duty gasoline 14%, heavy duty diesel vehicle 10%, and gasoline truck and etc 44%, and other gas 2%. So this is a particular picture from where you can get an idea about the importance of the pollution due to the fossil fuel. So air pollutant. So the thing which causes air pollution is the air pollutant. No problem is that. So air pollutant is the thing which pollute the air. It's called air pollutant. After the environment by interfering with the health, the comfort or the food chain, or by interfering with the property values of people. Obviously it affects the human health, and when human health is affected, then other thing will be affected, and if the matter will be affected, then again directly or indirectly will be affected by the human. Now the pollutant can be solid, liquid or gaseous. It may be originated from a natural source or a anthropogenic source. Anthropogenic source means that is microorganism, that is bacteria, virus, etc. It is estimated that the anthropogenic sources have changed to composition of the global air by less than 0.01%. So it is not a huge problem, but still when some bacteria and virus create problem, yes, its effect is very dangerous. Even a small change can have a significant adverse effect on the climate, ecosystem and species on the planet. Obviously, I just told you, classification of the pollutant can be again categorized into two things, that is primary pollutant and the secondary pollutant. So you know that which are formed directly, then it's called primary pollutant, and if it is formed from the other sources, then it is called secondary pollutant, or formed from the primary pollutant, then it is called secondary pollutant. So the major sources of the primary pollutants are PM, that is particulate matter, that is basically dust particle, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide or nitrogen corresponding oxide, and here not the sulfur dioxide but the sulfur containing different oxide. Then volatile organic compound, carbon monoxide, and different kind of metal like lead, mercury, etc. So here the thing, that is what they are, where they come from. So carbon monoxide 49%, nitrogen oxide 15%, sulfur dioxide 16%, and particulate matter is just 6%. So more dangerous thing is that carbon monoxide. Now from the transportation problem, or due to the transportation, the thing is coming, or the contribution is nearly 50%. Then industrial just 15%, and stationary source of fuel combustion is 27%, in where we can burn some fuel and create some energy. So sources of the primary pollutant, this is the classification and the other thing. So from here you can get an idea about the sources of the primary pollutant. So there's are divided, and again it is divided from the natural sources and from the human sources, that is volcanoes, fire, etc. in the natural sources, and human sources are the chemical processing, mining, combustion process, that is burning of the fuel, etc. So secondary pollutant, so obviously it will be formed from the primary pollutant. So here are the thing, that is stationary source means, that is your, if you look into the stationary source of the pollutant, that is industry. So now it is the mobile sources because it can move. So here is the natural sources, that is volcanoes, and ultimately it create a pollution, that is the mixture of the sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, and particulate matter. And then after that it will form the secondary pollutant, that is from nitrogen dioxide and NO it can create nitric acid, and sulfur dioxide can form sulfuric acid. Then lots of problem is created due to this pollution and secondary pollutant. So student, today is up to that. So next day we will discuss about the effect of the air pollution, and likely very well known, that is its effects, that is ozone layer depletion and global warming and lots of things. So student, again I am saying, if you have any problem or any kind of problem in the understanding or conceptual problem, then you will feel free to ask me, no problem. And you take care and stay well, be alert and be safe. Thank you student.